used to struggle with IELTS reading, never scoring higher than 6.5. But after making a few simple changes, ones I'll share with you later in this video, my score improved dramatically. In fact, when I took my first official IELTS test, I achieved a perfect band 9 in IELTS reading. But before we dive into what I did, let's talk about two major mistakes that keep most test takers stuck at a low band score. Mistake number 1. Mindless mock tests. Many of you are upset with doing mock tests, finishing one, checking your score, and then moving to the next. But if you are not analyzing your mistakes or improving your reading skills, you're just wasting time. Doing 5 practice tests in a row without learning from them won't help you improve. Mistake number 2. You don't actually read in English. IELTS is a skill-based test, and skills require consistent practice. When people ask me, how did you score a band 9? My first question back is always, how often do you actually read? If your answer is not much, then that's the problem. So instead of just talking about reading, let me show you what I read or how I read effectively in just 1 month. There are countless reading materials online, but I keep it simple. I mainly read National Geographic and BBC News. In the mornings when I'm at the cafe, instead of scrolling through nonsense on my phone, I open the BBC app and read about politics, AI technology, or world events. When I'm at my desk, I switch to National Geographic, which has more in-depth articles with rich vocabulary. Whenever I came across a new word, I didn't just ignore it, I study it. Here's exactly what I did. Copy and paste this prompt into ChatGPT. Hey ChatGPT, whenever I give you a word, provide me with definitions, word types, IPA, 3 synonyms, 3 antonyms, and 3 example sentences. Okay, so now you can just copy and paste the word into ChatGPT. Write down useful words in a notebook for later review. This method made vocabulary stick, and over time, reading became easier and more enjoyable. Honestly, this video shouldn't be titled How to Get a Band 9 in IELTS Reading in 1 month. Instead, it should be How to Make Reading a Daily Habit. Once you develop the habit of reading, IELTS reading becomes the easiest skill among the 4. Speaking of reading habits, I have an idea for a new Read With Me series. In these videos, I'll read interesting articles, display them on screen, and break down key vocabulary and grammar structures. You can listen like a podcast or read along with me. Would you be interested in this? Let me know in the comments. That's it for today's video. If you found this helpful, drop your questions in the comments and I'll do my best to answer all of them. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss future content. See you in the next video.